Let me ask you about somebody that never gets talked about.
Yep.
And you mentioned him earlier, Wally Karbo.
Yep.
Wally was, he was the referee, I think, of Vern's first match, maybe.
He could have been.
Yeah, I think I've seen a picture, to be honest, but he was a referee, but he also had financial interest in the office. He'd been around Minneapolis wrestling forever. I got a chance to meet him and know him a little bit about 20 years ago when he was doing a thing with the LPWA, the girls league,
yeah?
just because Tor Berg was bringing him out to Las Vegas just because it's Wally Karbo.
We just get around the women.
And yeah, there you go. And he was a great guy, but he is kind of a behind-the-scenes unsung hero of Midwest wrestling. Wally Karbo, everybody in the business knows him, but you never hear anybody talk about him.
Well, he was the, guys that were afraid to complain to Vern. And they had a bitch, they'd always go to Wally.
Yeah.
And by the time they got done talking to Wally, they were more confused and thought they'd get it off their chest, and they walk away and they go, now, what did I just do?
Yeah.
Bobby Heenan tells the Grease,
Aren't I supposed to be mad?
He was bitching. I was bitching about a payoff. I didn't think it was fair. And by the time I got done, I think I owed Wally money. But that's what Wally was. That's what he was good for. But he had a pretty good knack for the business, good feel for it.
A company that big, you've got TV in all those markets, who else worked in the office, or who were the top local promoters? Who kept track of all those towns and those far-flung places? I mean, there's guys like Dennis Hilgart. And
yeah, well, Dennis took care of Milwaukee, Green Bay, and anything that he ran there. Al DeRusha and Roger Kent started getting getting TVs in western Wisconsin, the La Crosse, Eau Claire. They ran a bunch of little towns there. But otherwise, Al was the one that got the tapes out every week. In North Dakota, you had Fargo, Jamestown, Bismarck, Devil's Lake, Minot. So you'd go up, make that circuit, and that was a horrible one in the wintertime. But Al got the TV tapes out, and he was responsible for
I
getting them all
just
out.
find it astonishing that every wrestling promotion I can think of for 30 and 40 years ago used to be able to run major arenas in cities on a regular basis, whether weekly or monthly, and book 20 or 25 or 30 wrestlers in all these places and get everybody there and have these shows, and the TV shows run, and they had like 5 people working in the office.
That was it.
And that was it. And now these people, it needs 20 people to run a rec center.
Yeah.
I don't,
I don't get it either. We had Vern, Wally, and Mary Ellen, the secretary. And then Al did all was responsible for the TVs, and then that was it. And then we were eventually brought in to help, Vern with the booking, even though he had the final say. But our job was to find talent, develop talent, and figure out a way to get them over.